Hey, what's up? Oh, there was music. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a cat. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just this cat. I got it. Yeah. Oh man, I suck at this. Oh man, what am I supposed to do? All right, let's run over here. What? What am I supposed to do? Oh, wait a minute. There's some that are up there. Okay. No. That's not... The developer was playing, maybe I should have watched that. So this thing is really cheap. And it just dropped. So that's why I'm not, like, gonna be able to, like, look anything up or anything. I'm pretty sure it's just jump, like, on the stuff. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Yeah. We did it. Really complicated. That was too much for me, guys. I don't know. Oh, we got level 2. Oh my god. Look at all the balls. Guys, look at all the balls. There's a lot of balls. And I know we're getting the bitrate shifted around to control the views. Obviously. Obviously. Because, you know, they're not going to let me be the one to get views for this game. Because, you know, it's pretty cool. Oh my god. So you can't jump on anything twice, I think is the rule. I think that's the rule. I think that's what we gotta do. Not jump on it twice. I like the colors. They did a good job with that. They're really nice, bold colors. It's not like hard to look at or anything and like see what you're doing. I like the textures are nice. Wow. Pretty nice game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did I figure it out? No, then I sucked. Then I sucked. I figured it out, then I sucked. Alright. Let's try this again. Oh my god. Oh my god, I did it! Shit, and then I sucked again. Oh, it's the same one, isn't it? Maybe it's a time limit. Oh, I did that twice. What the heck? Damn it. Oh, that one, there's a third. Okay, so is it 3? Oh, shit. There's balls everywhere. Colored balls. I'm gonna go over here. It looks a little bit easier over here. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch over here. That's a pretty big gap up there. So let me try this spot. I mean, maybe that's just how you play the game. You know, you gotta like look around a little bit. Yeah, see, that's double layered. That's nice. But that other one disappeared like right away. Man. Oh man. Oh, I suck. This is actually not as easy as it looks. And that's cool. Because the simplicity of it, you know, you could make it like really easy. But that's not what they did here. Oops. That was a pretty nice jump. I need to maximize and plan my route better. That's what I need to do. Okay, I jumped to the side a bit. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! That was pretty good. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. Oh man, I am no good at this. This is tough. Get on my face. Oh my god. Did I? Shit. Yes! 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 I am bouncing on the balls! Get off my face. Oh my god! No, 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 no. Come on. Yep. That's about right. That's about right. Here, hold on, let me do something here. Let me just do something really quick. 1 second. Okay, 1 sec, sorry. My fault. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay. Oh my god. I am really not very good at this, am I? There's nothing there. All right. Remember what I said about planning my route? I need to do that. Somebody just look around here. Did it just get... All right, my fault. Wow. There's so many balls. There are so many balls. Guys, there are so many balls. I will do this. Alright. Quiet. Oh no, that lowered me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, 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 come on, no. Let's do it so good. Yay, I did it! I mean, you know, that was easy. That was all right, level 3. Can't be that tough, right? Was yellow in the last one? There's a lot of yellow now. Oh my gosh. This looks like it might be harder. To be honest with you. They are pretty well spaced. So it's about finding the right one. Nope. Damn. Damn. I almost had that. I almost had it. I think I need to switch colors. That might... I think there's a rule about switching colors, too. If you switch colors, you get a boost. Okay. That seems to be what might be going on here. Oh my god. Oh my god, maybe not. Oh my god. We'll see. Maybe it's small to large. Is it using real physics? Oh, maybe that's what it is. If I think about these things more like a trampoline sort of. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's that. I don't know. I'm just gonna consider it. What the heck? Just jump over. It's like 3 times. Okay. Okay. No. Okay, so that's the same. About the same out of that. Yeah, I think it's small to big. I think it is. So let me do this. I'm not gonna get much out of this, am I? Oh my god, this one's small. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, no, you stop that. Oh my god, I suck so bad at this. Oh my god, I gotta hit that thing like dead center. Some of these don't seem to be popping as quickly as others. Oh god! I'm gonna go over here. I'm just gonna leave that spot. I'm not gonna do that spot. Clearly, I am stuck. It definitely has a charm to it. I mean, this is what I talked about before, guys, like the simplicity of it. Now, adding on to that, wouldn't it be cool to see different environments other than balls? Or, like, other than water. You know, like, maybe, like, just, like, a different type of environment, too. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I'm not sure if they did that, I'm just saying. That'd be cool. Wow, look at how many balls there are. I wonder how far this thing goes. Oh, wow, look at all this. I think I have a better shot over here. I think that the fact that I'm noticing the yellow, I think I should use that as a guide, if that makes sense. I feel like if I notice that there's more of this or that, maybe I should, you know, like thinking that, well, what, you know, like I'm noticing that that's more abundant than the previous level. So clearly that's a new thing that they adjusted about the new level. So I would have to, you know, sort of mentally note that and say maybe I want to kind of go where the yellow is. Maybe. Just saying. I love the simplicity of some of this stuff. And again, like, it's cheap enough. It is. That's my opinion, though. It's my opinion. You know, go look at it. You can make that for yourself. But my opinion is cheap enough. I think it's worth it. I mean, so far I'm having a good time. And it looks nice. Oh, by the way, please put a... can you please put a resolution There's no resolution setting in the menu. It's just not there. And Windows ain't so good at that. So, please do that. It's probably trying to force 4K. Probably what it's trying to do. That's usually what Windows does, which is why things are gonna look a little weird. It actually won't look correct. It'll look better if it doesn't try to do that, because it's not obviously what I'm using. Wow, this goes on for a while. I was just like seeing how far I could go, but I'm not gonna keep going because there's a lot of yellow over here. So I just wanted to like kind of run for a little bit. This is kind of amazing. The simplicity of this. I'm kind of impressed. Really cool. That's a nice spot, right? Let's see. So I'm thinking that, you know, like this stuff, if I get up there somehow. Maybe. Oh, wow. That was good. Oh, damn. And then that. Okay. So, maybe not. I'm gonna do a couple times first. Okay. Oh, what did I just hit? Oh my god, I just hit something. What the heck was that? What am I hitting? I don't know what I hit. I'm sure I hit something. I just didn't see it. I wasn't really looking up like I should have been. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, I popped something, didn't I? I popped the yellow, didn't I? Sheet. Sheet. I like it. Do you guys remember when we played Carcore Parkour? Isn't that what it was called? I enjoyed that too. That was really cool too. It reminds me of that, how you have to go up, obviously. But obviously the, you know, obviously it's a bit different. I'm just looking for anything that looks like I can actually jump up. The problem is, like, I am gonna hit stuff if too much is there, but like I said earlier, I think I just have to find the right one. Maybe this one. I can't really jump that high. Yeah, it doesn't get me anywhere. Like, if I can't, you know what I mean? If I can't jump that high. Oh my god, I hit the thing I knew I was coming to. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna have to hit it again, though. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I can do another one. I can do another one. Oh, there's a blue one. So the blue ones don't disappear? Is that what's happening? Oh, shit. Is that what's happening? Oh, no way. Oh, no way. Oh, it takes longer. We should start counting. We should start counting. That's pretty interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 7 or 8. I had a double there. I did count the double as 2, though. So 7 should be conclusive. Let me try it again. I'm always going to have that initial bing, boing, boing, you know? 1, 2. That was actually pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6? Oh. 5, 6. See, I don't know. Does that count if you touch the ground, or is it consecutive? 2, 3. I think it's consecutive. I think you pop it if it's consecutive. And then the blue still has more. It would seem. The red is 3, the blue is 7, right? That is interesting. I mean, I'm sure it's intentional. That is really interesting. Kind of cool, actually. It doesn't really explain it. Just here you go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, it would have popped already. So let me... 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 4 that time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what the green is. That... What the heck? Did I hit that one before? I didn't hit that one before. That one just popped after 1. Oh man, this is weird. Is it completely and totally random? Maybe it's random. Maybe it's supposed to be random. You guys know they like to mess up my any type of randomization luck based die rolls. So like obviously with stuff like that, it's the, you know, for me, they're gonna sit here and we've seen that before. Remember Baldur's Gate 3? literally like what was it? It was literally 3 nat 1s in a row, right? I think that's what it was. I'm like, nah. Like, nah. Nah. Not a game. In life, yes. Not a... There's things in the game to prevent from that, you know? Like, the game really doesn't want that to happen. You know, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you'd have to... You can do that. I'm just saying. Like, you know, like a function for bad luck, I could see. If I had some sort of curse or something, but I didn't. To my knowledge. There's 2? 3 or 4. I don't even know. I think it's just random. I think it's totally random. I think I was right about just sort of finding the right one. So the yellows still may be like almost like a you know, the ones you're supposed to use to get up there. Maybe that's like the clue. It is working. Oh my. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh shit. Damn. Get the Why? Why? Shit. Damn it. This is not easy, man. I suck at this. Again. If it's not easy, I'm gonna suck at it. For a while. And then one day, I'll just be really good. All of a sudden. That's how it goes, man. Ah. Why do I suck so badly at this? I am awful. That's alright. It's just a game. Tis a game. Got me. Cylindrical, spherical objects. They're not cylindrical at all. They're spherical. Spherical objects. Orbs of Boing. I will defeat you. Ha! Ha! I'm gonna do it. This is it. This is it. I'm gonna do it. This is it. Watch. This is it. I'm gonna do it. Watch. Watch. This is it. I already just failed it, but it's okay. This is it. Yeah, I just messed it up. Oh my god. I need another big one. I can't go big to small. I can't do that. It won't work. I'll do that one. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is not easy. I don't know. I think this is going to be one of those ones where, like, other people might have trouble with this too. It actually does seem pretty difficult. You know, you can be the judge. It's pretty cheap. I would recommend it to you. It's pretty fun. Be like a simple little platformer that, yeah, obviously, that's pretty straightforward. I think it's pretty fun, man. I didn't need much time in this to recommend it. Oh god. Oh man. You know, I should have stayed in that spot. Where the heck was that? None of that stuff was disappearing, was it? Isn't that crazy? Would you get out of my face? It's not just me, everybody's having the problem. It's a pain in the ass. It's called a window screen is custom for every single window. So every time you replace one, and there's the tiniest little hole in one. You get what I'm saying? The tiniest little hole. And it's like, you don't even know it's there. And it's like, you know, these things are tiny. They're just getting, it's like, oh. And then, you know, it's like these damn screens are all custom. You know what I mean? Like you can't just buy a, you know what I mean? You really can't. People are like, you know, you could just, no, you can't. You can't just buy a screen. Isn't that insane? Yeah, because they're all different sizes. So like, you actually have to go to a specialty shop and they charge an arm and a leg. Because they're a specialty shop and it makes sense. It does. It's a business. They have to. So, you know, like, you know what else to do about that? I'm not gonna complain about that though. That's business. You need that stuff. That's the stuff you need. I'm not gonna complain about that. I think a smart way you can handle that is having a local, one of them maybe subcontract, like a larger store that, you know, like a hardware store or something chain, subcontract with one of those businesses that does that. And on that way, if they're doing it there, they're obviously going to get lots of regular foot traffic. So they would give them the discount, the business, and then that way it's a mutual thing where people go in there and stuff. It's not like it costs any more for them. It's just, you know, an additional location for that vendor to have window screens, custom window screens. And then, you know, through that extra sales, the business might be able to lower prices over time just because they're able to get enough to justify it. You know what I mean? Because then stuff like that ends up being about them being able to order bulk, and then they have a bunch of bulk, and then if they have a bunch of bulk, they kind of, and they're not selling it fast enough. Well, then they actually will lower prices because then they want to get rid of it. Then it's storage. So like you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's all kinds of reasons for that. It's not always what you think. I'm not even sure where the heck I was, man. I just been kind of looking around for another spot, to be honest with you. That was the spot, though. Definitely. I messed it up. I think I see another one, though, so. I don't care. It's fun. So did YouTube turn y'all's ads off? Was that for y'all too? Like on everything? When they redid did they do that? I went into the thing and I went in there and when I go into the little tab thing that says to choose the way you want to monetize or something like that for that specific one, because that's what they changed it to. It just was a blank list. And it has a button that says save and cancel. I'm like, and then all ads were turned off. And then I had ads. I remember specifically there was quite a number of videos I still had ads playing on. I think, again, the one they halted the views on, so that explains why they probably did that. The filet mignon plating thing, that would play ads sometimes. The older martial arts videos that I did back at my school, some of those would once in a while play an ad. And then my my video showing you guys how to walk on foot to Neither Storm and WoW, and currently, because that was something that people like I ran into even when I came back to the game, and I was like, you know what, I want to do a guide for this because like it's really easy when I know how to do it, but I could see people running into a thing where it's like a pain in the ass. And even it was for me too. Like I understood once I finally got to where I needed to be how to do it, but like it was the sort of thing where like I think it was like some mix up with some portals or something where they moved them, and then the whole point is they changed all the level scaling. So when they changed the level scaling, where you can go to Neither Storm at like before you would have flying at like what level 15, 20 or something like that. The point is that you don't have flying. So normally when you're by the time you're in Outland, you just fly over, what is it, Razor's Edge Mountains, right? Is that what's called? Something like that? The Blade's Edge, some I forget. The freaking mountains with the freaking edges and the peaks and the whatever. Above Zangarmarsh. Blade's Edge, right? Is that right? Anyway, you walk through a bunch of shit. That's the video. Obviously the idea is that I tell you how to get there, but the idea is that you can go to Neither Storm and Outland at like early level now. And the whole point was I made a video on that. It was getting ads and everything, and they were just removing all these views, and because it was getting thousands. People were like, "Holy shit, this is actually a really good video," and I was getting comments, and I appreciate that because like that's the whole point. Is like clearly they were always trying to cut off my sever the new bonds with legitimate people and stuff like that, because that's what you guys have to realize is at any given time, I'm calling people names and stuff like that, because I'm assuming most of the people that are watching and I'm dealing with are the people from some of these malicious channels that have kind of attacked me and stuff like that, and not necessarily like nice real viewers. Not necessarily today. I'm not saying about you guys or anything like that, anybody in here. I'm just saying in general, like that's kind of what I dealt with, what I have been dealing with. So but I just it's the sort of thing where well, when that's non-stop, I mean, obviously not gonna be nice to people that you assume are just scammers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So. So when I'm just sitting here playing games and a good percentage of the time, all that's happening is trolling and a lot of technical stuff that shouldn't be happening, and like legitimately proven hacks and stuff. I'm just like, I can't really, I can't really sit here and you get what I'm saying. Let me get up there. Come on, let me get up there. Yeah. Oh, shit, though. Oh, shit, though. This feels like the spot that I was in, to be honest with you. Oh my god, I think it is. I think I remember that. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I think I'm in the spot, but just like a slightly different. Like slightly over from where I was earlier. No, shit. No, 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 no! Damn. Ah, crap. Oh, that's it. Man, I was so close. I was really close there. Where'd I go up at? Is it here? I thought it was around here. It was this one, right? There was some blue involved. Maybe it was this. Oh, I know I popped something too, so. Ooh. All right. That's not gonna be enough. I'm a little bit over, I think. And we'll see. Oh god, oh god, I knew it was there too. I just, oh jeez. Okay. Okay. Come on. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Please make it. If I hit it in the center, does it still pop? Please make it! I'm not gonna make it. Crap. No, 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 come on. None of this. Oh my god. I'm just going straight down. That was a dead fall. You will lose mobility if you're not properly jumping. You can't just move when you're falling. It will account for your I think you have a terminal velocity actually. I think you do, but you do accelerate a little bit, so. Okay. I'm just trying to get a look at it. Boing boing. Trying. That one's tough to. Jeez. There we go. I think I got it. Oh, shh! Did not expect that. Oh no. No, no, no. Come on. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Sorry. My gosh. Got it. I got it. There's the red and blue. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, I can only go so far. Ah. Okay. Let me do that again. You only have so much mobility from your initial jump. Crap. Crap. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on. Green. Red. Red. We got this. Red. Red. We got this. Okay, that one popped. Son of a red ball. I did it! Oh my gosh, that one took forever, man. That was awesome. This is fun. Level 4. Whoa. Okay, that's cool. That is really cool. That is so freaking cool, man. I'm gonna get a drink really quick. I know I'm gonna do this level. Be right back. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. All right. So new level. Thanks for waiting for me. This is gonna be awesome. All right, let's give it a shot. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, messed that up. There's really nothing above me though. Yeah. All right, let's find a better spot. Ooh, I'm gonna head over here. Looks like we got something over here. Yeah, this might work. If I can get on there. Damn. Okay. Not quite. Okay. Oh my gosh. Boing. Okay. Okay. Let me go over here. I don't think that one's gonna work. This is so cool. I love it. I love, you know, the abstract concept of it. Okay, I messed that up. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, I need to get a bigger one. Crap. I messed that up. My fault. Do I hear 80s drums? Oh my god. I do. Oh. Oh, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. So close. I was so close, man. There's no doubt. Oh, shh. Shish kebab. Oh my gosh. Come on now. I am trying to get up to this other spot again. That was like the spot, man. I was nailing that. Okay. Okay. Nope. No, nope, nope. I like this. I like this level. This level's cool. Even if I suck at it. Shawshank Redemption. Oh my gosh. That's not gonna get me anywhere. Come on. Trying to get on that one. Alright. Alright, so that's better. That's better. Okay. 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 I think I'm getting back to where I was here. Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Damn it. No, come on. Blah. Oh no, I popped that one. That sucks. Okay. Okay. No, I was so close. Damn it. Uh-oh. I may have really messed this up. Oh, this game, man, this game. This is hard. You think you're almost there, and then it trolls you. I like that. It's okay. This one's okay. This one's good at it. So that one's done. I will not be able to use this spot anymore. I'm starting to pop some of these. Oh my. Oh no. Remember that thing I said where it's... Oh, jeez. Alright, let me go over here. I might be able to do it from over here. There's a bunch of stuff. Oh, shoot. I don't know where I'm going next. Oh my, that was not the correct answer. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, it's there. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna move here. I was almost there, but I popped a lot of the ones over here, so I think I'm just gonna move on. I was so close, though. I was so close, like, really quickly, but that's okay. That's bound to happen. We're gonna have a look-see. I think maybe this might work. Okay. I'm okay with that. Nice. I'm not okay with that. That was me, though. Came out of nowhere. Jeez. Oh, 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 jeez. I nailed it, didn't I? Totally nailed it. Oh my god, I freaking suck at this. Oh my god, I really do. I really suck at this game. Oh shit. Kebab. Shit kebab. See, that's something new. That's a new one. That's a new type of, you know, something. Boy, that is an initial. That is a good bit initially. just popped it. See, I should go for this green one instead of that blue one. There, now I'll do the blue one. Trying to go the wrong one. I don't know. Yeah, hit that wrong. I don't know. Man, I suck. It was my fault that time. I totally hit that one wrong. All right, we gotta figure this out. I gotta stop being terrible at this. This looks like a pretty good spot. The greens on this seem to give me a nice boost, so we'll see. Oh yeah, we're talking. Yep. Could just be that's the larger one that I'm getting right now, though. Like I said, I don't necessarily think there's anything with the color. That might be how many times you have till it pops. But you know, we found different random things with that, so probably fair to say that that's more conclusive. Crap, man. But yeah, definitely that has remained, you know, where small to large, you know, the large ones just bounce you higher. It's really all that you know, like it's not necessarily even small to large, just, you know, the large ones bounce you higher. That's all. So the larger the ball, the higher the boing. So some of these ones that are paired up, it's probably like if you would make a mistake, you know, like that's your last resort. So, you know, that sort of thing. But oh god, I really got to look at this. Shh. There we go. See if I can use that one. No. No. Oh no. Gosh. This one's gonna pop. Watch. Okay. Not yet. Oh man, that is hard to hit. Hold on. Damn it. Yes! 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 Holy crap. Level 5? Oh man, there's another one? I wonder if this is the last one. I'm not sure. Level 5. This is really bright. Hey, at least it's not water. Remember how I said it'd be cool to have different environments? So there we go. It's just really bright. really nothing here. I thought there was more here. All right, let me look. Is that wind? Oh, no way. Is there literally going to be a wind effect now? Oh my gosh. Really? Oh my gosh. That's probably what's going to happen. This is just getting more and more difficult. I wonder if this is the final one since it added that, but I'm not sure. I'm really not. It kind of looked like it, you know, like with the list the way it was, but I'm just not sure. It just sort of looked like that. All right, well that was a whole lot of nothing. I thought maybe I would get up, you know, a little higher than that. Oh, snap. So there we go. I just jumped and the wind, you know, took me through the air. So definitively that is a wind mechanic. That's pretty crazy. Didn't even expect that. There is more to this after all. Okay, there's something. Yeah, but after that, there's really nothing. I don't know that I can really do anything with that. This looks pretty good, though. That looks pretty good. So I may be able to do something with this. Where's that wind? Oh my, what happened? I don't even know what happened there. Shit. Oh my gosh. Ugh. My goodness. Come on. Ah, damn. I almost had that, I think. I think I did. I almost used that to my advantage. Kind of like that. No. Something here. Man, this is really tough. Because, like, you're going to pick a spot to go up, and then the wind's just going to blow. You have to somehow deal with the wind properly. Trial and error on this one. This one's trial and error. All right, I'm still gonna look for a good spot though. Oh man. Oh man. I might have something here. No, none of this. No, 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 no. The wind's about to hit. Oh my god. Crap. Oh, I screwed that up. Wind's about to blow. No wind yet? Oh, that would have been nice. That would have happened then. Was kind of counting on it that time. By the time I get up there, the wind goes. God. Boy, this is pretty tough, man. Is there anything here? No. Why am I doing that? Of course. There's nothing here either. Okay, good. Take me back. Yep. Thank you. No! You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Oh my god. And then the wind blows, right? That when I need it, it doesn't. Just immediately. Just immediately. Oh my god, what the heck did I just hit? And now the wind's gonna blow. It's gonna happen. Here it comes. I just popped that and I needed it. It's gonna happen. When I don't need it to happen. And then when I do, I'll just fall straight to the ground. Son of a bitch. Yep, there it is. Just right away. Yep, wasn't happening at all. Just right there. As soon as I find a good spot, and then just dumps me into nothing. Well, that time it definitely didn't help me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I messed that up. What the heck? Wind! Right when I don't need it. Right? 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 Yep. All right. Help me out, wind. Help me out. That was not helping me out. You're supposed to help me out. That's not helping me out. That's dumping me onto some stuff and lowering me. That's not helping me out. Boing. Okay. Wind. Wind now! Wind! Damn it. It'll wind as soon as I hit the ground. Oh my gosh. Freaking wind. If it worked for the wind. Like literally, it's all the wind. I'm doing it perfectly, and the wind just every time I line something up perfect, the wind just disrupts it completely. So, I do believe that I saw the bitrate shift when we had a little bit of a new mechanic too, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, if we're talking about them sitting here making the mechanic do opposite of what it's supposed to do, then, you know, like it's that simple. Where the mechanic would normally probably assist you and not necessarily just randomly show up at the most inconvenient time. I don't think that's necessarily programmed to do that. I think the assholes that do this, they operate on that trolling sort of, you know, pattern, and it plays into what people enjoy seeing, because then they enjoy, you know, seeing somebody do poorly at this or that. You know, we talked about that stuff before, pointed that out before. So, you know, it's just a matter of noticing, you know, that it happens at convenient times, and, you know, really, you know, just is blatantly malicious like that, for sure. Where it's not a seemingly normal mechanic happening in the game. It's all of a sudden, you know, and I said I liked it. Remember I said I liked it? So of course they're going to attack it then. Because I said I thought it was cool. So we've talked about that before. But I'm sure there's some sort of, I'm sure there's an emoji being spammed, or, you know, like something like that too. That's the usual thing. That was me not lining it up. Okay. Yeah, like the wind doesn't... Ever since I said I liked it, the wind doesn't actually randomize. It just blows at the most inconvenient time, like that. You get what I'm saying? That's not randomization. That's somebody actually being malicious with the game mechanic. Where it's not actually doing any type of randomization. It's literally just doing that at the most inconvenient time, every single time. Just like I explained in Baldur's Gate 3, the chances of actually, you know, like I literally just started playing the game. I'm only like maybe 7 hours into the game or something like that, right? And I get 3 nat 1s in a row. It just, the actual chances of that, you know, it's absurd. You know, again, it's a video game, so. You know, there's gonna be things in there to make sure that doesn't happen. It's absurd to say that the game's gonna do that. You know, again, we know AI is being manipulated. So I mean, like, that's pretty basic. AI can do that. and we know how the trash Windows is. So like obviously I've explained that all this is happening through Windows, and we know Windows sabotages things, Microsoft sabotages things. So again, I want to really reiterate to you that Microsoft is doing quite a number of this, and you know, we know that there's evidence of decades of sabotage and stuff like that. So you know, it shouldn't be a big surprise to anybody, you know, what you're seeing, where, you know, again, these things are literally only happening at the most malicious of times. You know, again, that just like that, where I'm getting close to the top, you know, I'm actually finding my way up. You know, it's not happening at a random time, it's happening just at a completely malicious time. And so, you know, they put these bots and shit in the chat, and, you know, again, like the whole point is that, you know, they come in here and they, you know, will say things at convenient times and stuff like that, and call things, you know, call out the thing that you know, like it's the sort of thing where, like, before it, you know, like it was always, you know, being disgustingly malicious and stuff like that in my chat with the bots, and you know, like trying to be nasty and just say nasty things and stuff like that. But, you know, I mean, like over time we proved that you know, this was the same group of people doing this shit and all that, and they're just sabotaging, and you know, again, over time we've obviously explained what's been going on with, you know, Windows 11 being absolute garbage, and, you know, just sort of, you know, showing that firsthand, and getting attacked, right? You know, like immediately, right as we're like every time, you know, the just hacking the system to shift the stream's bitrate around all over the place, so there's buffering, just as you see it fluctuate in here, so that it controls the view count. Yeah, I mean, again, the point is Microsoft allows a lot of these companies, you know, like when I warned you all about the Riot malware a while back, and they attacked me for that because they didn't want you to know, and now everybody started to say that like a year after I did, and they put the short where I talked about that down to like absolutely no views, just like you've seen with all the other stuff. So, I mean, honestly, truthfully, when Microsoft is buying nuclear power plants, you have to be concerned. Sorry, but that's concerning. Microsoft shouldn't be buying nuclear power plants. What the hell? Okay. That's a concern. Okay. And I guarantee you, all right. Not too bad. But normally they are, you know, and that's why now, because they know I'm doing that. So they're just, again, it's gonna look as light as possible now. Now they're just, you know, gonna attack a game mechanic and make the games look like shit and stuff. But they've been doing that. I mean, they've been doing that. We know that. I've been talking about this. You know, like the point is they want you. There was nothing wrong with that Series X except their own software. Like hardware-wise, it was fine, but their software was shit. And I was calling that out. I was proving it live, and you know, they just started breaking everything. And the whole point is now what they want is for every game to look like it's half the FPS that it should be. So like a lot of times when you start up a game and it's running, you know, I've shown you that, where like the new games, even 007 First Light and stuff, it doesn't even make any sense, because in the menu, you know, it's running at like almost 200 FPS in the menu, and you know, as soon as you start the game, down to 45, and it's like the point is changing the settings doesn't really do anything. That's not how things work. You change the settings based on your system. So when you put it on completely low settings, it looks like shit, but it runs at the same FPS or lower. What the hell? Doesn't even make any sense. That's not how PCs work. And so like that's the point, is they've always been sitting here making everything run at half. So like for example, a 007 First Light, I think that should be closer to like 80 or 90 FPS, closer to 100 on PC, on like, for the most part, like high settings and stuff like that. You really should not have any trouble doing that. But they're sitting here attacking so that I can't show you that. So it's just, they're, again, just like when I first got Elden Ring on PC, and they knew that they were trying to break it on my Series X because it looked really good, because I was literally streaming it through my NVIDIA card instead. So it's showing you how good that would actually look if they used NVIDIA in their consoles instead. And they were black screening it. It was so bad how they were blatantly attacking it for that reason. It was so obvious. And so ever since as soon as I got Elden Ring on PC, I launched it up, and it was just matching the FPS to my monitor, and it was doing it no problem. And at the time I was 165, so it was just matching like 165. It would do what it normally does, where you see it drop once in a while, like one lower. But that's all it would do. It would go 164, 165, 165, every once in a while. And so as soon as they realized that I was going to stream that and show the FPS, and I was talking about all the FPS and all that, they literally just that was when they started using AI to spy on the system. Remember I started talking about unplugging the Ethernet cable, and that stopped the hack for the Xbox, where literally they were trying to pretend like my disk was dirty and the shit wouldn't launch. They were trying to even pretend like it was happening with apps and stuff like that after I called Xbox. But no, the whole point is that it just further continued to trickle in because it was a hack, and it would launch the game as soon as I unplugged the Ethernet cable, as soon as I disconnected. So like it just became more obvious that they were installing more ways. So then they've rushed 11 out, which is why they rushed 11 out, and it didn't need to be. And because 11 was a way for them to spy on the system and fuck with games. So when they rushed 11 out and then 11 came out, they had all these AI tools that were able to sit here and just half your FPS instantly, because you know that stuff is intentionally resource hogged. So that's why. So anything that they can do to get that FPS to drop. So it's the thing I said, where because NVIDIA is so good, it uses your hardware properly. So with settings and games, the way it's used to work and it's supposed to work is that a lot of times when you turn settings on in a game with an NVIDIA card, you're actually just turning them on again. Because a lot of times with those base settings, even that's why you guys used to see me, the games would look good even when I ran them at medium, like a while back, just medium. Because the point is, the hardware and the system should already do that, and already be able, like the NVIDIA card and its own software does that. NVIDIA control panel and stuff, even without you going in there and setting things custom, it does a lot of things already. So the point is, what they started realizing is that's how they were doing it. They were just optimizing things properly, where Microsoft wasn't fucking doing that. So since the NVIDIA was going the extra mile and they weren't, they were going to go the extra mile to try to make it look like NVIDIA wasn't. That's all they did. They literally spent more resources attacking NVIDIA and the competitors than they did just simply making theirs better. So, thus, we have systems where they're having the FPS, where the moment that I had Elden Ring, it was fine, but as soon as I streamed it, as soon as I had it on stream, and they saw how high that FPS was, we saw it dropping. Remember? And I was like, haha, they're trying to attack. That's kind of funny because we got plenty of room to go. So you just want to lower that. I'm at 165. It doesn't matter because we're on PC. That was why they did it. Because they knew I was right. So they needed to literally just attack it from an AI standpoint and half the entire fucking thing. Screw with the scaling. I swear to God, every game tries to do this. It's clearly in 4K. That's why the FPS is so goddamn small. Running off a 2K monitor. And again, it doesn't get 2K properly. Trust me. Literally, it's a custom resolution. That's why. Your monitor is literally 2560 by 1440, but Windows does a custom 2K resolution. So that's why YouTube has trouble scaling, fixing it, and stuff like that for the screen. This is why all these endless things are happening on to games too when you start up a game, because it's not actually the correct resolution. So they started introducing resolution scaling and fixing it because Microsoft refused to. And all because people are too fucking stupid to recognize the fact that Microsoft was actually just on purpose getting the resolution wrong. You can test these things. You can test them. Don't trust the operating system, to be honest with you. Do a test and see if your actual monitor is actually displaying 2560 by 1440. Do you know what? It's not. It's not. It's doing less than that. For the sake, so then that way, as Windows tells it to do more, now your monitor has to work harder. It thinks that you're not actually at the resolution, and it does it more. So now they have games then again mistakenly run at 4K too, and then that's even more. So it's just like all these layered things based on what I told you, where people don't know how to optimize settings. So because I was saying that, and I was trying to educate you on how to optimize settings, maybe build a PC or stuff like that, and realize how actual kind of easy it is, they started attacking all this shit, making it really, 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 really hard to understand, and basically you're just never going to be able to do it. And you're going to think console's the only way to go. That's why it's all happening. And if you can follow that logic, real. If you understand where we've come from, there's not a single flaw in any of that logic. It is 100% all the way to the end, start to finish. That's why it's all happening. It's all Microsoft. On purpose, sabotage. Dun, 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 dun. I can't stand it. I know you planned it. So, you know, it's just the latest thing where if they want, they can just make you look like you're really bad at a game and just make the wind blow. Just like when I'm playing Elden Ring and the boss is just all of it all the time. And you're like, boy, this guy, he's not very... And it's like, no, the fact that I beat Consort Radon with them doing all of that shit. I was clearly better at games than even I was giving myself credit for. This is what I'm starting to realize. I'm not trying to be... My point is I came on here like saying that I suck at games and stuff like that, and just trying to be humble about it. But truthfully, I did wonder about that, and that's partially why I started doing this stuff, because I started to see if I just practice stuff, I would be good at it. So they started messing with the games. So you can. You could never just get good at them. They want to screw up the tutorial, screw up a mechanic, make you learn it wrong, and now it's... I've explained to you as a martial arts instructor, and they know this is true, because they can look at everything about you. So therefore, they knew this was true. And the whole point is, it is. There's real statistics to support this. If you learn something wrong, it is at least three times harder to now retrain that thing because you'll remember it wrong. I went through tons of students that would doubt, they'd be like, you didn't show it to me that way. You went home and you practiced it. Like whatever happened between the time you left class and you practiced it, you didn't remember a little part, and just because of that, you practiced it wrong, and it just left your mind. It happens. I've done it too. And the whole point is they swear up and down. It's the same people at the drive-thru that say, no, I ordered it this way, I ordered it this way. It's like, no, you think that because this is the way you ordered it most of the time. So you came through this time and you ordered it slightly you think you ordered it because you intended to order it slightly different, but because you go to McDonald's or whatever too much, you went in there and you ordered it the same freaking way that you always do. And now you're yelling at the person there because you always order it that way, but you had intended to order it differently. So you remember all the other times you ordered it that way, and that's it. That's all you're remembering. You're remembering that. You're not remembering because you literally forgot it. You didn't do it. So it's not there. And you're swearing up and down you did it because you had intent to do it, but you didn't. Okay? This is what they're doing. And it's again, it's like I said, it's with all the stuff that you're seeing where it's a mechanic that I'm clearly good at. Just like with the Hearthstone, I'm the guy that literally gave you a deck crafting thing, and then seemingly after I did that, and I was about to like change the meta for the good, where anybody can make a deck and do well. That was my point. I wanted that. I did that because I wanted more people in there with more decks instead of seeing the same damn thing all the time. And it was I put time into that, man. I did that. And then Microsoft literally bought Activision Blizzard. I swear to God. They bought Activision Blizzard. It's almost like they're literally just attacking me. I swear to God. And like, as crazy as it sounds, they bought fucking 3 Mile Island. 3 Mile Island. What the? Okay. A nuclear power plant that was shut down, that had a meltdown. They bought that. The company that's sabotaging everything and letting people hack us. They bought a nuclear power plant in Pennsylvania. Now do you understand why I have a Geiger counter? Come on, guys. You know that's like not very far from here? Do you know that? Do you get it now? They are literally gonna do anything they can to spend a ton of money to stop you from finding out that they are sabotaging everything they possibly can. They're just evil. I swear to God. They hired that guy, the guy for Xbox, and they never gave him what he needed to do the job. He was bound to fail. It's true. I think that CEO needs to be investigated. I think the CEO needs to be investigated. He's worth billions. And he came in, and the company became corrupt. Like, snap of a finger. I think the CEO needs to be investigated. I do. And like I said, you know, I mean, it's just obvious to, you know, to see this stuff. It's happening every game now. I mean, like, come on. You know? We already have proof of other people starting to have issues based on kind of what I'm saying, but them obviously not necessarily saying it's direct sabotage. There are a handful of people actually in the shadows that are aware of Microsoft sabotaging. They are. But like I told you, for me, it's more direct, where I was aware of it more directly because I always build computers. And I mean, like, you're looking at the guy that sincerely, when I had my first PC, I actually played Final Fantasy VIII on PC. I didn't play that on console. I wanted to play that shit on PC. I actually played Final Fantasy. I think I still have the actual physical copy of it somewhere. It was like 4 discs, I believe. I believe there was an install disc. But you know, it was like a book. It looked like a book, and you'd open it up. It was like a 3 pamphlet sized book where the CDs would go into the slits. But it you know, the point is I followed it along. I followed you know, a lot of that stuff because I was always building and I was always improving my PCs over the years. And it was the sort of thing where, you know, you would just organically notice that there wasn't really anything wrong with this line of this, or, you know, like hard drives or this or that. But Microsoft would just eventually choose at a certain point, you know, like, we can't offer support for this forever. You know, we gotta retire it. And it made sense because, you know, like, obviously you want to embrace a certain amount of, you know, narrowing that window so you don't have so much, because that can really, you know, like, especially in a market that's worldwide where everybody's using it, you can really just have too much going on to try to keep up with. And so that's understandable. But when you just blatantly come along, you know, like it gets to the point where you're sabotaging everything, you know, you got to start calling that crap out, okay? And I called it out with more recently, where they sabotaged, you know, they forced everybody off of hard drives that were physical spinning hard drives, because they wanted solid state. They were pushing solid state so they could endlessly spy on everybody. Because again, if it's solid state, all they don't need to have things turned on to a you know, like the drives to be spinning and stuff, which would cause the problem for the hacks originally. So now with solid state, which is again why you would do the RAID setup and you would do those drives, you know, you would set it up so that it's just really safe and efficient. And so the whole point is that you know, if you had the solid state hybrid and you would set it up that way, it was actually pretty efficient and still pretty quick. But, you know, again, they just stopped support for it where, you know, it was blatantly obvious this was a way, you know, again, just completely all solid state overnight. It doesn't make any sense. You know, the technology wasn't that old, the solid state hybrids. So it just, it was the sort of thing where it was obvious that this was a way for them to, you know, spy on you. Because then, you know, they don't have to get your hard drive spinning. That's all. And, you know, like a lot of that, you know, just kept going from there. Or it was just one thing after another, after another, after another. I called out the fact that I had a valid upgrade with Windows. I'm sure plenty of people experience this because all that has to happen is you have a valid upgrade with Windows, but it no longer works just because like your Windows will just like go randomly not genuine and stuff like that. And the reason for that is because they have your CD key for your operating system tied to your old like motherboard or something. So when you upgraded, whoever has that motherboard, you know, like if they would activate it or use it or something, it just makes your version not genuine. And Microsoft's very like, they know that. They did it on purpose. So like it's just a way for you to get scammed and then buy their product because you got scammed. So like the point is you're going to get scammed, they're going to have your data and stuff like that, and not only that, you're going to get forced to upgrade when you're promised a free, you know, upgrade to 10. And it's like what the heck, man? Why would you do that? That's really messed up. There's no other reason for them to do that. When you upgrade, your CD key is tied to the motherboard? Yeah, and for the first time, my bitrate is shifting all over the place. Yeah, imagine that, you stupid fucks. Microsoft. Well, anyway. It's Microsoft working with a certain administration. And then a corrupt CIA, a corrupt NSA. Yeah. I mean, again, it's kind of obvious to tell when it's only ever just malicious, you know what I mean? And yeah, now of course, just like opposite, you know, like for a while there it was happening. So now it's just constant. So now it's just constant. Not even on the map anymore. Yeah, the wind's just constant now. That wasn't even happening. And so, like, if you remember the bitrate being malicious. Just now. So there's a good chance they're very concerned about what I was saying, and they're trying to back out what they did. And we were actually seeing the wind be random for the first time since I've been playing. Dipsy. It's just pushing me out of the map now. That seems pretty malicious. Because, like, why would it always blow that direction? It shouldn't be blowing that direction all the time. I'm literally off the map. So, like, the point is, people just be like, oh, you know, that's just how bad Windows is. No, it's on purpose. Like, it shouldn't have ever been this bad. It's still blowing that way. It's still blowing that way. Yeah, this is them on purpose sitting here just deciding when to do this. Because they have a direct connection when they do that. When you see that bitrate shift around, that's a hack into this device that's streaming. Because that's what causes that. That's the only thing that causes that. Again, if the one-off time a year that we have internet issues or something happens where YouTube has issues or something like that, okay, that's that one time a year, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's not every fucking stream. It's not. It's literally that simple. That is a direct hack to the system of streaming. So, you know, obviously, I've talked about how they always disrupted the streams on purpose that people want to watch, because the point is that we have an experience here, obviously, that is nice. You know, you want to watch it. It's relaxing and stuff like that. So if it's like that, they're going to cause the point you're supposed to recognize is the more I rage out, the more we get loud and stuff like that. They were promoting it. You get what I'm saying? And so, like, that was the point where they would always do something to trigger that and then promote the stream. And they were doing this for a long time. You know, where it's you know, shifting the bit rate around, and then I have that reaction where I'm talking about how that's a blatant hack and stuff, and then suddenly it magically stops after I have this very loud reaction. And again, this is after we are, you know, maybe featured, or, you know, like just having a chill stream or something like that, and you know, conveniently them. Where it's like all at once. So like the point is, they're impacting what other people, real people in real life, think about you. And I do definitely know definitively and have evidence to support the fact that they have done this with real people in my real life too. Where they definitely manipulated somebody to believe lies and stuff like that. You know, again, just because those people are who they're targeting. And then as soon as I get near the top, you see that? As soon as I get near the top. As soon as I was near the top again. So, like, again, just happening at the most malicious of times, and not where you would expect it to happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, literally, this is happening at the most malicious of times, and not randomly at all. There's no way that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's very blatantly not random. So the point is, if I point out what is not random about it, and I am that smart, they will just adjust, as they always have. They are learning from how I always do my analysis. So that's partially a good reason why they're probably targeting me too, because they are using my data analysis, just as they used my idea for how to optimize settings. You know, again, like, this is how disgusting the CEO is. He doesn't belong in Microsoft. He doesn't know even anything about what I was talking about. But as soon as I said it, he knew how to manipulate it. So again, that's what a disgusting piece of trash that guy is. That's what you have to realize. That's the CEO. Driving that company that direction to sabotage shit. Like, who is this person? And why is it another CEO that's an Indian? Not, you know what I mean? Like, not to sound a certain way, but like, why? Like, why is this so common? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why does that seem it's just weird. Well, why is it common that we see Indians in convenience stores? Like gas stations. Why is that common? Do you know? There's a reason. 11,000, 15,000. Told you. They want my analysis. It's literally that simple. And every time on stream that I give data that is based from my own head, they put it into, you know, their AI because they're stealing my ideas. I should be the billionaire. I deserve it. It's my brain. That guy has no ideas. So he's sitting here, stealing all of mine, and the billionaires love it. And he's, you know, screwing with my stuff so that way, you know, it doesn't look like that. And, you know, again, I want to remind you, this guy, like, he didn't, you know, he was there for a while being a malicious person, you know, for that field, you know, where it's like, he didn't just come out of nowhere. You know, if you're doing your research, you can look at things. And notice how I got blown out of the map again. Notice how I got conveniently, as I'm over here, I got blown out of the map again. So it's all just, again, the wind was always blowing me back out here again. And you know, like that's my point, is it's been at the most malicious of times. It's not random at all. And, you know, if I am intelligently pointing out why, they adjust it. So I'm just gonna say simply, again, it's pretty obviously not fucking random. It's just happening at the most malicious of times. We can see that. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing to that makes me think it's random. At all. At all. Literally just liars. As they always are. And again, the more I point it out, the more they will change what they are doing, as I've said. It's just pushing me all over the place. Now again, if I am constantly bouncing around like a pinball, I will never complete this level. You know, the whole game was fine. The whole point is they want me to smear the game. And this is what it's always been. It's continued to be that. Just like with Elden Ring, when they do it even with Elden Ring. You know, again, we go in entire boss arenas. I literally had the entire game running at fucking 30, 40 FPS, 20 FPS the one day. And all I did was stop streaming and restart the stream, and instantly it was fixed. Do you remember that? You don't remember that, do you? Yeah, instantly it was fixed. And all I did was restart the stream. So the point was, they were only doing it that maliciously for that stream. They knew there was probably a lot of people coming in to watch the stream or something like that. And then here I am off the map again, being blown off the map again. That same direction. Same direction. Not back the other way. Yeah, I'm just being blown off the map again. And again, the most inconvenient time. The most malicious of time. Obviously, like, you know, the games doesn't function that way. We know that. Like, this is every single game that we play now. And the point is, it's direct sabotage. I'm sure you're seeing all kinds of emojis being spammed and stuff like that. This is what they do. Just as you will see the bitrate shifting down to, you know, cause these various problems. You know, again, that is a hack in the system. That bitrate is shifting around because they are doing something to the stream. They are directly using the stream to piggyback some type of scammed hack. So that's all you're seeing with that. So, you know, the point is, if they just constantly run this, you know, obviously, like, again, the wind's still blowing the exact same direction. It is not blowing the other way. So, again, like, you're not going to convince me that that's the game. This is every single stream, every last one. It's every single stream. And then as soon as I point out that it's all blowing out toward the other direction, for the first time, it blows that way. The very second that I call it out. So there you go. Just as I've proven before that they will directly do the polar opposite if I call it out. The direct polar opposite the very second that I call it out. Okay? Okay? Now, again, you see it changing now, right? Obviously. Okay? You see the adjustment being made. Obviously. You see it. I do. I clearly do. You obviously see it too. So I will just remind you that this was the sort of thing where this last level, if you remember, I almost beat it like right away. Remember? Just like that other glowy one, I almost beat it right away. And then something kind of like weird happened. But I didn't say anything. I just kept going. Well, now with this, it's the sort of thing where this is an endless disruption where they control it, just like all the other stuff that you see, where it's like a troll type of behavior, where it's just literally constantly the polar opposite of what you would expect the game to do, because obviously you can't expect to ever finish the level whatsoever if you know the wind is just completely doing the most malicious, you know, it's literally attacking you instead of being random. Obviously it'll just never finish the level. So like that's the point. It could possibly work that way. You'll just never finish it. So the point is that this, you know, this dumb person you know, doesn't know these things. They don't understand this. They just don't like being called dumb. That's the one thing that has continued throughout. And so, you know, like obviously when you can see this, you know, as a direct result of me even saying dumb right after the bitrate shifts too. You saw the bitrate shift. You get what I'm saying? Just immediately these things happen the very second that I say that. Just like where I'm showing you the last night about the you know, what they're doing to have things draw more power and stuff like that, and I'm warning you about that, and that's why your power you know, your power bill's going up and all that. I showed you the evidence of that on the stream last night. You know, it is all these things where they do not obviously want me to be showing you this and they're going to do everything they can to just, you know, kind of make it look bad is all. And again, like, the point is, nobody thinks the game would work that way, you know, obviously nobody thinks the game is going to work in such a way where at the most malicious of times, just as you just saw there, the wind will blow, and it's blowing the wrong way again. It's blowing me out toward the wrong way again. See what I'm saying? So again, we've talked about how just the sheer number of times that this is malicious instead of what it should be, and then, you know, again, we don't have anything normal going on. We literally just see bitrate shifting around. We even see somebody else pointing it out. So, you know, it's the sort of thing where you can see what's happening blatantly, plain as day, just as Microsoft has done with everything else. I think it's kind of funny that if you'll notice, they're not blatantly attacking the textures anymore. So if you remember, the textures were all being attacked before because I said the textures were really nice. So they started like really like flickering them on and off. Notice how that's not happening at all. Yeah. And then, but as soon as I mentioned how I liked the wind, they attacked that. So it's whatever you like about the game, so that way you don't want to play it, and you like hate it. They're doing it to everything. It's literally everything. It's any game that you play. It's for this intent. It's again, they don't want you to own it. If you own these games, you know, and stuff, the whole point is they're attacking anybody playing on Steam. You know, again, any of these platforms where you actually do own the game and that platform backs that up. They want to own it. That's why they're doing it. They want to control this whole FPS thing. They want to make it look like shit. Because again, they want you to sit here and, you know, buy all these shitty handhelds, and give them your data and stuff like that. They literally just want, you know, their games to look really, really, really good. Well, yeah, obviously on a little fucking screen like that, you know, it's gonna, yeah. So like that's the point. They're trying to make it, you know, like it's like you couldn't possibly, you know. So, and yet here I am for years. So again, they're just, it's never ending, the same thing it's been, except, you know, the more we go on, the more obvious this is. It's a pretty simple game. It's pretty easy to see when the mechanics don't do what they're supposed to be doing. And again, I really want to reiterate that obviously we know the wind wouldn't be designed to be malicious, so you can't finish the level. Like, that doesn't make any sense, you know? So. YouTube, again, around a lot of this stuff happening, where I'm proving what's happening, YouTube will redesign things about the, like your channel content area, where like all your channel content is. They have done this so goddamn many times, not even funny. And this past time where I was proving all these, and I proved to a lot of people, I think, they're removing thousands of views from every stream, and I'm proving this. Every time, they start hiding it more. You notice that? They just change something so they can hide it more and leak more of your data. I mentioned the stream key, how they maliciously put that on the same screen with the concurrent viewers, the likes, the stream info in general, and how this is what you want to look at. And they made the player a gigantic thing that starts playing your own stream when you start streaming. Well, I have news for you. YouTube will actually attack you subliminally if you play your own stream while you're streaming, it's a way endlessly for them to get you attacked by their flagging system. So your stream, if you start that up, and you know, again, you're starting your stream and you go in there, and it'll just be programmed to just start playing. Well, that flags your stream. So it's everybody. And it's literally streaming your data of your stream that you have right now into their own fucking thing. So if these scammers are looking at your browser, which they are at all times, they're gonna get all that information because you just, for that little split second, watched your own stream because YouTube automatically played the video when you went in there. And again, it's like this giant thing. And they took out revert to original. Remember how I said they're messing with processing, endlessly screwing it up on purpose? Something that's a checkbox, taking away higher resolutions, trying to make things look like shit. They're participating in this. And so like the whole point is, even to that latest upload that I did of 007 First Light, where they already lowered the FPS of the game, you can see that blatantly. But not only that, as I do the upload, they literally take the 1440 off of it, and then they only, again, that's an extra step. I'm uploading it in 2K and they have to take it off. It's an extra step. They have to go and use extra resources to do this. So the point is, they want it to look like shit. They are joining in with Microsoft in sabotaging people. And I have been proving this. And as I prove it and people start watching, they remove the views, they shift the bitrate around, they attack the system, and they do all these things. You know, like again, they'll pump malicious data into your ads instead of the proper ones, so that when you play a bunch of ads, it crashes your shit and you get mad at the streamer that had those ads. That's what they're doing here. Or that's what they just used to screw up my ads probably and everybody else's. And the whole point is they're trying to pretend to the authorities, we don't know, we don't know. And because Trump's FBI is so dumb, because they're dumb and incompetent, they're easy to fool. So just a bunch of billionaires, just like him, getting away with things. And all that's gonna happen is that if you guys don't take a stand now, like Kash Patel and all them, if they don't take a stand now against Trump, all that's going to happen is when Trump is impeached and people do eventually get him the hell out of there, all that's going to happen is he's going to pretend like he didn't know any of this was going on and pin it on all of the people that did those jobs. He's going to pretend he's trying to do the thing like that I gave to George W., where he was inexperienced. He's going to do that. Don't give that to him. Give that to George W. Don't give that to him. Because one of them's ethically sound and the other is not. The other one just lies. Everything he says. So the point is that, you know, they will never, they literally will just sit here and endlessly attack crap so that way it looks a certain way for them. Endlessly. So, you know, it's the sort of thing where if there's something that we're playing where they can troll it, they will. I personally think that that's what's happening also in Only Up, too. There was a couple of times where I questioned what kind of happened to me with some of that stuff. So like there's a few games where it's like you can tell the mechanics aren't supposed to be working that way. Yeah, it's just malicious at this point. Because again, it's if it's when I'm if it's always like it's I just, you guys know, I'm not gonna explain it. And now it's continuing. Remember how I said the textures weren't disappearing for a while? Now they are again. So, like, you know, like that's the stuff where it's blatantly obvious to tell. I'll say it. And it's genuinely the thing that I'm noticing, and you're noticing it too. And then as soon as I say it, they you know what I mean? Like it's incompetency. That's the point. Like we're just talking about people that can do this because again, the checks and balances that we have aren't in place any longer. Anyway, I'm gonna go contact my lawyer about everything that I saw here. But this game's awesome. Totally awesome. And you should play it. You should play it. That's good. Just came out. You should play it. I hate it that it does that. I hate that Steam does that. Stop, like, doing that. If I want the fucking broadcast to open up, I will open it. Don't open a broadcast and start fucking playing a video. It's so goddamn annoying. Because you know why? It like the annoying thing is that it wouldn't be as annoying if it didn't play 2 videos. I hate this. I don't want you to open something and start playing 2 videos. It's already playing like the preview for the game when you open up the thing. And then if the broadcaster, if the developer is playing, it'll auto open that without pausing the other one. Just playing 2 videos. And you know, that's annoying. I don't like that. I want to play 2 videos and I have to hit a button just to close this. You know, it's streaming data. Then I gotta close that and then pause this. Now it's normal. Now I can look at stuff. No, like that's annoying. Why do you do that? Incredibly annoying. So there's still no reviews? Nobody's reviewing this. Nobody's reviewing it. Developers playing it. He just got past the last level just now. One on one. Well, I don't know if it's the last one or not. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, and the wind looks like it's helping him and not acting malicious. So again, I will say that I think that's the case. I think the wind is supposed to assist you and not be just malicious. So like this is kind of what I'm talking about. It just sort of starts, you know, like if it's proceeding to be malicious, again, we know what other things follow that pattern, okay? That ain't the game. And you know, it hasn't been just a few games, guys. It's not just a few. It's like everything. And yes, That's kind of, you know, what people are looking at now, where Linux, even Linux seems like a better option than the trash that we have with Windows 11. And that was never the case. Well, I mean, like, it was the case if you knew what you were doing, but yeah, it wasn't really made for that. So you'd have to do all that stuff. So, but now they actually do have. We talked about that. We did a stream where we talked about how Linux has a new, you know, like gaming version that they offered. See what I mean? That's malicious. Every time, that's malicious. That like didn't assist me at all. And, you know, again, I'll be, yeah, totally malicious. Totally malicious. And I'll be willing to bet, you know, like I've said before, that, you know, again, the same pieces of trash that vote for this asshole, that vote for destruction, sabotage, you know, stuff like that. The kind of pieces of trash that vote for something like that, that's what you're talking about. We're talking about a guy that didn't condemn terrorist attacks. So that, like, that's all that's happening, guys. This is what you have to realize. He did that. Okay? That's what's happening. And that's what these assholes are. That's the kind of trash you see hitting the emoji button, spamming the emoji button when, you know, they see somebody having a rough time with something, you know, that they just think that's really, really funny, you know, and stuff like that, you know. You know, like that type of a piece of trash. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not a normal person that, like, every single stream wants to be in the stream just to wait for that sabotage moment to hit the button. No, that's a disgusting piece of trash. See what I'm saying? Where it's just malicious at this point. You've got to recognize it. That's not a normal mechanic at this point. There's just too many instances of it happening where, again, it's not ever a time you would want that to happen. Ever. It doesn't make any sense. Literally zero. There's 0 cents you can make out of that. Not even 1% of sense that is made out of that. Not a single percentage point of sense. Not one. So, yeah, again, that's we're not talking about somebody that would design it that way. That's not a design. That's a sabotage. That's somebody that doesn't want you to you know, use the things in the game that are specifically there for the game to work. And, you know, I'll call out the fact that we got all the way to this level, and then conveniently, that since we had a mechanic that can be trolled and can be manipulated, after that happened, we proceeded to not move on anymore. After that. And I almost beat this. I beat this pretty... Like, I was near the top right away. Right away. Like, right away. You remember that. And then the wind blew. Knocked me straight to the ground. Like, literally. And so, like, this is the point. Like, you know, it should be the thing, the sort of thing where, like, you know, it's not something that would do that. That's not how it would be designed to be. You know, like, it just doesn't make any sense to say that. Yeah, I just think that, you know, again, like I said, it's pretty easy to tell. You know, when it happens right away. Now this time I'm spending too much time up here because initially I didn't know which one to go to. So this time it's not blowing at all, but obviously, you know, if you can't narrow that scope, that's what they're counting on, obviously. They're counting on you seeing the few times they don't do this, and then I fall. But obviously that's just them narrowing the scope. You know, that's a chance. Now if they narrow the scope to no, like basically no chance. So now that was where I just told them, well, if there's no, not even a 1% chance, an ounce of sense. So that was where they just learned. So that's why I don't say too much. So they just learned what they needed to obviously make it not so obvious because of what I just said. So that's where you see it not blowing at all, and then now it's going to blow me off the side. See how it's blowing that way too? I went right off the side. See how it blows that way too? It's just always blowing the same way. We've talked about this. And then as soon as I say that, it blows this way. As soon as I said that. Immediately. Polar opposite. We've talked about this. Polar opposite. Is there an emoji being spammed? Right, where does I say that too? That was a thing that would usually happen too. So, but you know, they may have stopped that. It's just the sort of thing where that's truthfully the dumb pieces of shit that just like you know, the excuse to sabotage, the excuse to act that way as an adult. I've talked about that before. You know, adults that just don't know how to be. So I don't have anywhere to go here. Really. So that's the point, you know, like narrowing that scope. You know, that I spent 2 hours basically. Like we've been on this level basically 2 hours. The first hour was all the other levels. Like that's where you know, nope. That's where you know. Because just like when I do a boss in Elden Ring, everything after the first time I do that boss doesn't function. Well, if you remember when the wind first blew, it seemed a lot more random, right? So anytime after I said I liked it at that point, if you remember, just like this, where it blows conveniently right then, and I just fall, you know, again, that it's the sort of thing where you can easily tell that's very clearly designed. They're clearly just doing that right then. Yeah, look at that. Ridiculous. So, like, that's the point. If they narrow that scope, you know, it's just going to look a certain way. You know, that's my point. Like, we already know that I have to kind of move around to find the right spot. But if they constantly blow me the same direction, You get what I'm saying? Where they're just blowing me off the side. I then have to now find my spot again. And I'm also just being, you know, hit the same way that doesn't work. So like that's all they're doing. They're just hitting you the same way that doesn't work. And you know what I mean? Like it's just blatantly to obviously to see that. You know, like obvious, it's blatant to see that. You know, you really can see that. It is blatant to see. It is blatant. It's as blatant as the first time I used it, it worked, and then any time after that, it didn't. The first time the wind was used, it worked fine. Anytime after that, malicious. Doesn't make any sense. Not helping me at all. And I even pointed that out. I said, "Oh wow, that helped me." And then I was like, "That didn't. Remember?" And then it literally just kept going. Just kept doing it. And there was my bitrate shifting around just then. There it was. I just stopped dead. I stopped dead. Did you see that? That shouldn't happen. You're supposed to keep going. So that was the bitrate shifting around. Now they're actually sitting here hacking the keyboard. That's what they're doing there. That's a keyboard hack there. So where like it stops dead. Yeah, again, it doesn't do that. I would have kept going and just stopped dead. Okay. So it's just continuing to be attacked. So I'm gonna go ahead. I have to get off stream. I'm gonna call my lawyer and we're gonna talk about this. This is for me to obviously not progress in the game. You know, again, I get to this level and we conveniently have one additional mechanic where they can just troll this and prevent your progress. Again, that's all that's happened. The past 2 hours, they've been preventing my progress, basically. Basically, the past 2 hours. Just trolling the wind. That's it. For the past 2 hours. So I am going to contact my lawyer here. Give my lawyer a call. Because this is blatant to me. Blow in the same fucking direction. There's so many different things you can say. And as soon as I called it out, they started trying to adapt. As you should have noticed. That's the point. I said that right from the start when I was saying that stuff. This is nothing new. We've seen all of it before. We've seen it all before. So, again, the most inconvenient of times, you know what I'm saying? You know, just literally blowing that wind before I get up anywhere. And, you know, again, the most malicious time to do it, of course, was literally right as I'm at the top. That's what happened. I was literally like basically top layer. There was like second, third top to top layer, and it just blows me, the wind blows. And like right away too, right away. This was not a difficult level. So like that's the point. Like they wanted to take a level that was introducing the mechanic and make it look like the person is struggling with it, you know. Just like the people that if you see some of the malicious bots that post their comments at times, again, that's not a real person, you know what I'm saying? So like the whole point is they'll post that malicious comment and they want people to agree with it because it's like a bullying. See how I literally was put where there's nothing and then stopped dead? That's evidence. That's evidence. And it just kept doing it too. That's evidence. There's definitive right there. I did no movement. I was literally, the wind blew again, and I was literally put, it just, you know what I mean? Like I just stopped dead. I should have kept going because I was moving that way. I stopped dead like a keyboard hack and fell straight down where there was absolutely, I had no movement left, even though I should have. And so if you remember at the beginning, I said there was a threshold for the movement. I told them that. So all they did then was start working on with the bitrate and stuff like that. They were hacking the game to affect that threshold, to be able to affect and stop that threshold. That's it. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and contact my lawyer, but you know, it's stuff like this that you know, it's nothing new. Again, we're not saying this just because this game. I want to remind you guys that you know, again, they completely broke Brotato. If you remember when we were playing Brotato, we were about to get some unlocks and we got the new DLC and people were following the channel. Yeah, obviously you guys know I love Brotato and stuff like that. You know, that's a common theme on the channel. And we played this since Brotato was like early access, like demo version, right? And so like the point is we kept following Brotato along the way. We're there at release. They fucked that up. They was there release for Hitman 3. They fucked that up. I was there at the beginning of Hearthstone. I played that shit in fucking beta. And so like every time there's something along the way, they break it. Again, with the Hearthstone, literally some of the most ridiculous animation hacks you've ever seen. Where again, I have the ability to use my card. It's highlighted in green, and I literally click it to move it, and it just goes, you can't do that. And, you know, like we're talking about literally it's highlighted in green. I can, in fact, do that. I would win the match. And conveniently, I had some ropers before this, intentional roping and all kinds of weird stuff before this. And then I get into a match with somebody that it just gets everything they need every single time they need it and has an answer to everything that I'm doing immediately. I have absolutely no, like, you know, like the deck's actually good. I'm clearly in a rank, but, you know, they followed this along the way. And as soon as I get to a certain point, brick wall. So again, it just is a certain thing where they are getting the hacks, they're learning the game, they're programming the AI to understand the parameters of the game. And then as it gets better at understanding the game, it literally just does things to break it so that I can't get to the next point right here on stream. You know, we can't have progress. It's actually that pathetic. So we have beaten things on stream before. Part of the reason they're doing this too is that I am actually, like I said, I am actually pretty good at games. And so, you know, as you can see, where, you know, instead of support, instead of somebody hitting the emoji button for support, there's somebody hitting it with, you know, confetti and being a troll about it and, you know, like laughing and stuff like that. So, you know, again, this is, again, we have a group of malicious, disgusting people following us around that, again, they're not here to support the stream. They're here to laugh at you when you're down and stuff like that. So the point is to cause this for you to see that, think that's organically happening, like those are like, you know, real people and stuff. No, it's the same people that have been doing this the entire way. And again, they're just terrorists. They're literally a terrorist group of people that follows people around. And so the point is, again, as you you know, as even right here, you can blatantly see it you know, shifting to the laugh emoji right as I say that. So again, calling that out, you see it goes to that. So, you know, like, I mean, like, how much merit are you putting behind somebody that sits in a stream for that long, spamming an emoji button, you know, just to do that? So my, you know, like the point is where it's every stream, you got to start to wonder, you know, like that's pretty fucking weird, you know, where it's somebody that isn't there to support, to hit 100%, to hit heart or something like that. It's somebody that's there endlessly to try to look like a troll, to try to troll your channel, to spam, essentially spam. just like we saw with the hashtag and doxing somebody's name, just like we see where I'm calling out that YouTube is doing the same thing to a certain streamer, and then conveniently I go to that streamer's stream and show you firsthand it's happening, and all these pieces of shit follow me in there and start doxing my real name, my address, and all that directly in this person's chat. And then start literally attacking this person. And they have been, but the point is, this person probably realizes it now. And so, like, this is the point. Like, these guys have been sitting here doing this behind the scenes, keeping everybody where they are, and they're literally just the disgusting pieces of trash, like ICE agents and people that were there on January 6th. Like, it's literally all the people that Trump is either paying $5 million to for unaliving some cops, or it's literally just the FBI. And again, I really want to get the message out to, I know we talked about a certain scam baiter. I'd love to get the message out. Please, for your own good, don't trust this FBI. Don't trust this CIA. Don't trust this NSA. Don't trust a single one of them. They will stab you in the back. They will use that to get inside and do exactly what you see here. They want to sabotage you. It's Microsoft. It's YouTube. It's the Googles. It's the FBI. It's the NSA. Okay? All of these things were gutted, and stupid, incompetent terrorists were put in their place. Competent, good people left their positions. The government is being run by criminals. Do not trust any of these people. And again, that stream last night should have shown you, should have really opened your eyes to a few things too. You know, especially with what I was showing you right here with testing that. That's absurd. So, you get the point. It's not just this. Um, there's been a lot of definitive things lately where it's narrowing the scope for you. This was this game with like the wind, or it's just polar opposite of everything. It should, I mean, it's just wind. Okay, it's clearly a mechanic designed for you to have fun with the Boing mechanic. It's not designed to be malicious. So like, this is clearly to ruin that thing that we were going to get, where it's just at the most inconvenient times, right when you jump, right when you first jump, only when you get to the top. But as you're falling, sometimes then it'll happen and it'll just push you to where there's nothing. But you know, that first time that I almost got to the top, you know, then it was fine. But you know, as soon as I was getting to that top right away, oh man, then we're gonna be malicious about the wind. Oh man. You know, obviously, if I organically suck at the game and they think that, so that's why, you know, a lot of that stuff, that's why some of that started, because I started recognizing it pretty early on, where it's like, you know, we gotta make these people think I kind of suck, I guess, because people literally like these people will attack you just because you're good at something. They want to steal that thing. They're just scammers. And they're pretending to be you and me. Again, you already know about the impersonation account right on this platform that YouTube isn't getting rid of, despite knowing that it's a scammer and not me. Knowing I don't want it there, I've reported it. Okay, that's not legal. That's not how fair use works. It's not. It's that simple. So anyway, I gotta contact the legal and everything, and okay, okay, yeah, we're gonna. Yep, that is, wow, that is malicious. Uh-huh. I believe you. I'm gonna click that pop up. Totally. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. They actually have a pop up on my screen right now. Yeah. They actually have a pop up on my screen right now. That's Microsoft. Microsoft broke the game on purpose and then put a pop up there. They want me to click it thinking that it's like a system message. This is what Microsoft's been doing. It's not a system message, it's a malicious pop up. That's a hack to get you to click it. Don't do it. They crashed the game on purpose just so that they could bring. I've never even seen that. I've never even seen this before. So I'm not going to talk about this yet, but this is wow. Wow. Yeah. Just imagine just crashing it right here on the. Wow. Pretty fascinating stuff. All right. So yeah, I got to contact legal, definitely. See ya. Pretty good game though. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, fucking. There's no reviews still. Nobody's buying it. Why am I the only one? You guys should play this. Go check it out though. Yeah, they do have different environments. I see it now. So they're trying to prevent me from getting to the different environments. That's why. That's why. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ones. I see them now. It's actually really cool. So, oh wait, there's a sandbox. Maybe you get a sandbox mode once you get to a certain point. It said something about how some of these were it says created in sandbox. So I wonder if you get that at a certain point. Yeah, some of them say that and some of them don't. So that's probably what happens. Yeah, like one of these, there's like a giant Cthulhu. It's pretty cool. There's a screenshot here with like a giant Cthulhu in the background. That's what it looks like. It looks like Cthulhu. Um, so like that this is gonna eventually the game's gonna have some cool environments and stuff. I think you should check it out. So that's clearly why they were trying to do this. So just the latest game that they're doing it. Because again, they don't like the fact that I know what I'm doing with these games. Know when something's good and can talk about it. So obviously they're trying to screw that up, obviously. So all right. Um I gotta contact my lawyer here, so sorry. But there are achievements. I just didn't get any of them. Apparently, there's bombs in level 7 because there's an achievement for that. There's a lot of stuff that's if you get it done in like under a certain amount of time. So for this is like speed running. I think it's cool, and I think that nobody knows about it, and I think they don't like the fact that I was the one playing it. Just like I'm always the one playing it, and then they give it to somebody else. Remember Megabonk? Yeah, that was me too. All right, I gotta contact legal, but thanks for watching. And again, sorry about the nonsense. There's nothing I can do about that. That's them. You know, we're gonna you just the point is that it's happening. This is what's happening to gaming, man. And don't try not to forget any of those details. All of it added up, all the stuff. It's all they're making it shit. Again, they're torpedoing the resolutions aren't right. They're not letting you have higher resolution. Like they're trying to take it away even on YouTube, and like they have to go to extra step just to do that. Like, again, just add all that stuff up. It's not just one thing. It's not like it's all this stuff where again, they're having the FPS after you show them that you can do it. So, come on, all right, come on. So, there was some games that slipped through over the years that were higher FPS, and they were really good graphics, and they're like, shit, we got to really just do this universally. So, like it just became that eventually. So, trust me, it's all about them just making you think that Nvidia is bad or something like that. Because again, I pointed out that it's better, that they were doing it right, and they always were. And it, people people liked the way Nvidia textures looked, and so they're just endlessly fucking with resolution scaling, fucking with textures, higher FPS, yada yada yada. Okay, because again, NVIDIA does do really nice looking textures and really high FPS. They're good at optimizing, and they've always been good at that. So it's all about that. Okay? It's that simple. All right? The resolution isn't right. It's going to look all fucking weird, and it's going to have to do extra to do that. That's only part of it. All the other stuff, more, just bogs it down. Okay? Um, Again, all the settings that you do in your settings and in your game anymore, all those of us who tell you how to optimize, we're telling you how to optimize, but you're trying to do it and it ain't working. And that's what they want to count on. Because again, the whole point is you pick this setting, your FPS stays the same. Shouldn't be the case. It's not how it works. Operating system should tell that game how to properly use your hardware. Okay. That's Windows. Okay. That's sabotage. All right. It's that simple. All right. So there's your little bit of a summary. Thanks. See ya.